Hello, street leaders. Hi, this is Matthew, your ACT tutor. This is question 15 for passage 2 of ACT 59F's reading portion. And there we go. And this number 15 is a detail question. It's a specific detail question. This is a very, on one axis, in one way, this is a very easy specific detail question once you realize that it's specific detail. It says, when it mentions information, you should be thinking specific details. What does the text say? Information in the second paragraph establishes that 1 degree of longitude translates into a distance of, and then it gives A, B, C, D. Sorry. And then it's hard to find just a quiet place to work around here. Or to film, rather. And the second reason this is a good, easy question is it has information, then it has establishes, and this is also a good, establishes, like just by itself is a very strong, firm, what does the text say, sort of specific detail word. Then all of the answer choices are all details. Some are correct details, some are incorrect details, some are half incorrect, some are half true, half false, which makes them incorrect. But there's no like trap main idea answer choices, and there's no trap inference choices. So 15 is one of those easier questions just because they keep it simple and they don't really try to throw you off. It's just straightforward. Can you go find what the text says? They even give you line numbers. It's 17 through 25. They don't just tell you it's the second paragraph. They give you line numbers in case you don't know what a paragraph is. And 1 degree of longitude translates into a distance of what? The same 15 degrees of longitude also correspond to a distance traveled at the equator, where the girth of the Earth is greatest. 15 degrees stretch fully 1,000 miles. Well, we're not doing 15 degrees. We're doing 1 degree. North and south of that line, however, the mileage decreases. 1 degree of longitude equals 4 minutes of time the world over. But in terms of distance, 1 degree shrinks from 68 miles at the equator to virtually nothing at the poles. Now because, okay, so that's the relationship. It's almost like a science question. Can you find the relationship? They're going to restate the same relationship in a different way. They won't use the exact keywords, but it will be the same information in the same relationship. So right away, if 1 degree is 68 miles at the equator, right away we throw away C and D. Those are absolutely wrong. Now, if all you can do with your reading skill is throw away 2 answers on every question, I'm thrilled, because even if you just guess up or down after throwing away 2 answers, you're going to do well. That's really all the name of the game is. So our answers are A or B. Both start with 68 miles at the equator, but then A says but less on either side of the equator, and then B says but more on either side of the equator. Now, either side of the equator is kind of strange. It almost orients you looking east or west. You know, standing with a foot on both sides of the, like with a foot on each hemisphere, like you're straddling the equator with your feet. And then the farther you go to either side, 1 degree would get smaller and smaller. So they're inverting your usual way of thinking north-south, you know, which is usually looking up, like either forward or behind you. They turn you 90 degrees so you're looking east-west. And now they got to make you think about, what does less on either side of the equator means? Well, the farther you go on either side of the equator, the more you're going north and south, and that makes the distance shorter. So even if you understood the passage and understood the relationship, it would be easy to get thrown off and get a little confused, and you kind of like A, but you're a little afraid to pick it because they're explaining the relationship you were expecting in a really awkward way, so you're not sure if they're really explaining the relationship. So it's okay to be captivated by A, but a little afraid. But then when you read B, this is after you've thrown out C and D, when you read B, you see that B is the complete, clearly stated opposite of the relationship. B is 68 miles at the Earth's equator, but more on either side. No, the numbers aren't getting bigger. The distance is getting smaller. So that's why A is the right answer. I hope this made sense. Thank you for watching.